Welcome to Where's the Action? I'm your host, Ross Benjamin. I will be previewing Saturday evening's college football contest in the Pac-12 between the number 2 rated Oregon Ducks as they host the Washington State Cougars. Kickoff time for that contest, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Currently, as we speak, the Oregon Ducks are a monster 39-point favorite in this game, and rightfully so. Boy, oh boy, was Oregon absolutely impressive last week in their win at Washington, a very tough venue against a very good football team, winning 45-24 and covering as a 13-point road favorite. Couple things I took away from watching that contest. Marcus Mariota, in my opinion, right now as we speak, is hands down the best player in college football. All due respect to Johnny Manziel, this guy has it all. And let me tell you something, if the Philadelphia Eagles, with Chip Kelly as old coach, had him at quarterback instead of Nick Foles and Michael Vick this season, they would win the NFC East without a doubt. Mariota last week, 24 for 31, 366 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran for another 88 yards and a touchdown. This isn't a surprise, folks. This is a kid that's thrown for nearly 1,800 yards this year. And how about this? For 17 touchdowns and no interceptions in 165 pass attempts this season. In addition, he's ran for 426 yards, averaged over 10 yards a carry, and scored another 8 touchdowns with his legs. Just absolutely phenomenal performance. The other thing I took away from last week's win at Washington, Oregon's defense is probably the most underrated part of their game. They possess a lot of speed and they play with a lot of physicality, and they made a very good Washington offense look pretty ordinary with the exception of a couple big plays last week. So Oregon, to me, right now, this is a team that's going to be playing for the national championship in January unless something drastic happens. Washington State off to an impressive 4-2 start, entering last week's home game versus Oregon State. The Cougars were a 2.5-point underdog, and they were just hammered by Oregon State by over 3 touchdowns last week at home. Their defense was torched for nearly 600 yards. Oregon State quarterback Sean Mannion threw for nearly 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, and that's an Oregon State team that doesn't possess hardly anything in the running game. So they're going to be really up against it against this Oregon offense that's multi-dimensional, a dual-threat quarterback, a dynamic running game, and certainly, as we saw a week ago and all season long, Mariota could certainly hurt you with his arm as well, and Oregon possesses a lot of speed on the outside. As far as the selection goes in this game, folks, I don't know what to tell you. I hate laying 39 points, and I really don't have a strong feeling in this game. But if you put the proverbial gun to my head, there's no way I could take a team like Washington State with a defense that I see has no chance of slowing down this Oregon offense, and certainly is not going to be able to score at the pace they need to stay in this game. I know 39 is a big number. Again, folks, my advice is it's a big college football card on Saturday. Scan the board. You'll find a lot better values on the board. But because I need to give you a free pick here, I'm going to have the smallest, tiniest of leans on the home favorite, late at 39 with Oregon. My name is Ross Benjamin. You've been watching Where's the Action? Thank you for joining me. I'd like to wish each and every one of you the very best in this upcoming week.